After weeks of warnings to de-escalate military maneuvers in eastern Ukraine, US has now imposed a series of limited sanctions on the two Russian-backed areas in eastern Ukraine's Donbass region. The move came after Putin signed a presidential decree recognizing the independence of separatist regions in eastern Ukraine, Donetsk and Lugansk. US President signed an executive order on Monday imposing penalties that target these two Moscow-backed breakaway regions. The executive order bars any kind of new investment and trade from the US with people living in Ukraine's Donetsk People's Republic and Lugansk People's Republic. The recognition of the separatist regions have triggered international condemnation and a promise of broader targeted sanctions from US and the European Union. Washington, meanwhile, has also said that it will impose another set of new sanctions on Moscow, which will be unveiled later today. This comes following an initially cautious response to President Vladimir Putin's order of deploying Russian troops to these rebel-held regions.
There has also been shelling of some towns and villages on Russian territory near the border zone. And so it has become clear that Donbass is on the brink of a new Ukrainian military adventure. I would like to call upon our Western colleagues to think twice, to set emotions to one side and not to make the situation worse. No one other than you can hold back the militaristic plans of Kiev and force it to stop the shelling and provocations against the Lugansk and Donetsk People's Republics, which in these new conditions could have extremely dangerous consequences. In accordance with the agreements that were signed today and on the basis of their requests from the Republic, peacekeeping functions on their territories will be carried out by the armed forces of the Russian Federation.
In accordance with Article 51 of the Charter, Ukraine has the inherent right to individual and collective self-defense. We are committed to a peaceful and diplomatic path, and we will stay firmly on it. We are on our land. We are not afraid of anything or anyone. We owe nothing to anyone, and we will not give away anything to anyone. There should be no doubts whatsoever, because it is not February 2014. It is February 2022.
Tomorrow, the United States will impose sanctions on Russia for this clear violation of international law and Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. We can, will, and must stand united in our calls for Russia to withdraw its forces, return to the diplomatic table, and work toward peace.
The West has repeatedly threatened to impose far-reaching sanctions against Russian energy firms and banks, all targeting its economy. It was unclear, however, if the deployment of Russian troops in Moscow-backed enclaves would be seen by Washington as an invasion. A senior U.S. official pointed out that Russian forces have been acting covertly in the area for 8 years. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.